Probably.
I mean, it's the same thing with gambling. It's fun, but you could develop a problem.
I don't see a lot of people with Yu-Gi-Oh card problems, you know.
They're out there. Hello and welcome back to the LooneyBin Podcast, episode 17, season 2. How do we do this again? I'm Nate.
I'm Henry.
Boom! I'm Patrick.
And I think we are almost on time. We would have been on time, except the fairies. Patrick knows it best.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you because you had the whole thing.
Because I had the whole thing.
Yeah.
The candles were supposed to be delivered yesterday, but they didn't get here until... Because as we all know, today is Nate Hobbins' birthday. Give it up. Let's give it up.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But with all the festivities today, we've been very busy.
Yeah, the fairies were outraged at the late arrival of the candles.
Yeah.
The birthday fairies. Should have specified that.
The birthday fairies that come on your birthday to...
Yep. They woke me up this morning. It was great. Just little nibbles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
No, that wasn't me. That was the fairies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, just clarifying.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, well, anyway.
Anyways, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me.
I don't know. It's like we were grasping in the dark and we found birthday
candles.
And it was getting we found the candles.
And the fairies.
And we found Nate's ass.
That too.
And it felt good, and we woke him up, and we gave him a nibble.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's podcast time.
It is. At the end of the day. And with podcast time.
And with podcast time comes a certain level of podcast. So,
Yeah.
Nate, more on that?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean, podcast time, you know, what is it? What is it really? You know, a lot of people
be a very interesting conversation. What is podcast time?
A lot of people think they know what podcast time is. And, you know, the majority of people really don't. You know, it's a lot of, it's not just one sole thing. You know, it's a lot of different things that make up podcast time.
Right.
Yeah, such as,
I have a few definitions.
Yeah, such as...
You know, it's 3 white boys on a secondhand couch just shooting the shit.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
It's 3 broken young minds slamming their head against a custom University of Minnesota coffee table.
Yeah.
You know, just trying to see what comes out of our mouths.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's that for sure as well.
It's definitely that.
It's a beautiful experience of togetherness.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
It's definitely part of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a time to break bread and open can, have a bev,
little bevy,
chat about what really matters.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's a time to celebrate the ones we care about and their birthdays.
Yeah.
So we'll be having Nate trivia later on.
Yeah, true. That's exactly what we're doing. I spent all of last night gathering
making a
24 years
making a Kahoot
worth of knowledge or of facts about myself for all my friends to take. And whoever wins gets in my will. So
right.
You know,
gets the estate.
Hope you were studying. Hope you were paying attention. But yeah, my birthday. And along with my birthday, I also got a new job. So that was nice.
Birthday job.
Good birthday present. Literally signed over to this job with my signature today. It's a nice present.
And how'd it feel?
It was good. You know, I haven't had a real job in like a long time.
Yeah.
Like something that I like actually. Yeah, I like that. Like a
I
full,
felt that way very much too recently.
Yeah. It's weird. Cause like I've been doing
Like where you clock in.
right. No, literally.
I don't really do that, but kind of.
Clock into bird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous just about the schedule, because I've just been so used to the freelance lifestyle. And everything with that. Lots of
Pretty lax. You get to play
Pretty
Minecraft
lax.
whenever you want.
exactly.
You know.
Lots of time on my hands, and now 9 to 5 is here.
Well, you don't know. It hasn't happened yet.
Well, yeah, it happens on Monday, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. But I'm very excited. Good benefits, good pay, and hopefully, lots of learning opportunities.
Yeah.
Lots of
Climb the ladder.
climb the ladder, climb that
Climb the
corporate
ladder and then throw it down once you're at the
Yep.
top.
kick it
Yeah,
off,
just kick it
so
off.
no one can follow
no one,
me.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be good. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of just random things. It's cool. Like basically, I'm in kind of like on the ground floor with a very small team. It's basically a brand new business, brand new production company. And I'm like one of, I think like 5 full-time employees of this production company. So yeah, it's cool. I mean, like they literally just got a server rack installed, and they have like just this laptop for their editing suite, and it's kind of just ragtag. It reminds me of LooneyBin. Reminds me of LooneyBin.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Feel at home.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, exciting.
So what are we doing wrong?
That is a great question.
$200,000 office space.
Yeah, true.
State of the art studio.
Yeah, no one knows who we
the
are.
bankrolling of a large company above us.
Yeah, that might help.
No, not as much marketing as is
Yeah.
necessary.
40 years of experience.
And we have
50 years.
yeah. And I think we have a
lacking-
definite attitude problem
Yeah, true.
over here. So
Yeah, we're definitely not humble.
we're past our prime
Yeah, pretty old now.
physically, all of us.
Yeah. True. Do you think if we were just like sexier?
If we were 19, we'd be.
Yeah.
What? I don't think so. No.
No.
If we were sexier,
Yeah, if we were sexier, would we be doing better on
you mean if we had Cole on the pod more often?
Right,
That's what
but
you
we
mean.
can't just rely on we can't solely rely on Cole's.
Well, we can try
Beauty.
it next week. We can clean shaven, new haircuts.
True.
And then just have a mister and a fan. the entire
Yeah,
time.
true.
So we're just like slightly damp.
Glowing.
My
and
plan.
and
My
reflective
plan
the
this
entire
weekend
time.
is to fix all of this.
Yeah.
So
You're cutting your hair?
yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
God damn.
You going like short or like medium?
No, medium.
Yeah.
Just medium.
Yeah. I think I want to cut my hair too.
Plan is like a almost mullet, but not quite.
You should go
one of those.
You should go mullet.
Full mullet. American flag
just
size.
Commit.
I like the almost mullets. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? I like
I know
I don't
those.
know if I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well,
Is it in right now? The almost mullet?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's about to be.
Yeah, true.
It comes and goes pretty quick. I don't know if I'll catch the train or not, but
Right.
The mullet has a
Mullet
short
train.
yeah,
lifespan.
yeah. It feels like a wintry thing, a mullet.
Very, very like fall
It
festive.
feels like, well, if we're
flannel.
gonna be inside so often,
Mm.
might as well have a mullet.
I think of it as the exact opposite. It's like spring, like just before summer.
Mm.
Free
you don't want
the
all
ear.
That weight. You just
Free the ear.
Some vents for the flow.
Vent the
Yeah.
Vent the flow.
Well, it takes all kinds.
True.
I can imagine a mullet in any season, actually. In the fall, it's more of a curly mullet. We're settling in. It's kind of dusty. It's
Uh-huh.
nice. Winter's cozy. But a mullet can also be new beginnings, like you were saying, in spring.
Mm-hmm.
And then summer, I think the way that a mullet bounces when you run.
Yes. Very wet and wild down under.
Summer is the season for running it through sprinklers.
Yeah, in slow motion.
And it's slow motion, and I think mullets are really built for that.
True. Very, very 4th of July.
Oh, that's actually really true.
Yep. You got the American flag.
That's a different
tank top.
sort of mullet than what I
true. That has some ideology connected to it.
You never know.
There's the there is the real thing though. Is that with that haircut there's a lot of things attached to that.
With it. Yeah.
A lot of
with it, there's a there's a history.
Yes. A lot of people have opinions about that haircut. It's very controversial, very...
It's always been a little bit of a rebellious cut.
It always has been.
You know, for better or worse.
Yeah.
In sickness and in health. Because, you have it on... You have it on the right, you have it on the left. That's where
very true.
That's
it's
where
a bipartisan.
You don't
haircut.
find a lot of moderates with mullets
in the haircut space.
You know?
Yeah, true.
So that's what I think, and I think I'm proud. I'm gonna be proud to be a leftist mulleter. I'm gonna be proud.
I feel like that's in the minority of mulleters. Like you might be in the minority.
Maybe.
But maybe this
not
is
the ones on my TikTok feed.
Really?
It feels like a fairly prominent leftist haircut to me.
I feel like though we're not getting the full breadth of all the mullets though. We're seeing a lot of leftist mullets on TikTok because I feel like that's the content that gets pushed for you.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So we're not getting a full, unbiased.
We're not getting
view.
like the buzzed on the side,
right?
You know
the
how
Confederate flag buzzed into the
when the front is like 2 inches long, you know, and it just like sticks up like this, and then the back is like down to the blades.
Yeah,
that's like nuts. That's like another level that you probably don't find on the left.
Right. It's,
but maybe sometimes.
They are slightly different families of mullet.
Yeah.
You know, within the species of mullet, there are different genus.
Is there any other cuts that, you know, the genealogy of cuts that we can trace and we can assign them to different demographics? Assigning swaths of people.
Political demographics?
Just whatever.
Ideological.
Let's get general. Let's write some people off into corners just by looking at them.
Kent's new haircut.
What does that say?
The older man, like long on top, comb it over the top.
That one
still looks good, feels clean, but it's like clean cut, but then it's like also
like an
combed over.
In high school, middle school, high school, we used to call it like the soccer boy cut, and that feels like an aged up version of that cut, where it's it's sort of the longer and slick on top and the short on the side. You know, it feels European. If I'm understanding you correctly.
You might be.
I will say that when I saw my dad's haircut for the first time, it was kind of that. It was the middle point, was combed over, and the first thing that I really thought was just it's a little like the old purple skin president man, and not purple, orange. Good grief!
Oh,
Barney.
I was looking at your face and I saw purple.
I was like,
purple.
My gosh.
No, the orange skin man who was in the White House for a period of time.
I thought you were gonna make a penis joke.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, the T one, the one that starts with a T.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I was owing about what
we can't say the name. We want to avoid any sort of. Never mind.
What?
Nothing.
Controversy?
Yeah, controversy.
Attachment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I was gonna say long hair. I feel like long hair. You don't see many people with significantly long hair that are on the right
Well,
of the political line.
there are very strange fringe fundamentalist social movements where, or even like, I'm thinking about like, little religious movements where it's you're not allowed to cut your hair. Basically, that's a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Orthodox Jews,
No.
they don't cut the
Well, yeah. That Hasidic Jews do. I don't know that much about that culture or group, so I can't really speak to that. But I do know a little bit about that. There are people who are like taking fantasy novels as scripture and doing like crazy stuff, like in the lineage of like Nazi purity culture. So they're like these blonde people on the East Coast who want to connect with nature and get off the grid, and their hair is down to their ankles.
And they're like neo-Nazis?
No, it's different. It's they're not neo-Nazis. They have a similar bent and take inspiration from similar places as the people in Germany in like the 20s and 30s leading up to the Nazi movement had, where they were like, I hate the government. We got to go back to the land. We got to be perfect and pure and whole in a toxic way, and to the exclusion of Jewish people in particular. You know?
Okay.
But it
wasn't solely focused on kill the Jews.
It wasn't focused on
It was just a little kind of
anti-Semitism, but it was a
in the
big
backpack.
part of this like connecting with the land movement.
Gotcha.
And there's a resurgence of that type of thinking today.
Interesting.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Florida, you said?
Just around.
Oh, just around.
Here and there.
Just here and there.
They're in your neighborhood, folks.
It feels like a rural
They live
thing.
all
it's
around
like
us.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Anyways.
Let's sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say that I feel like right men that ride Harleys is also a good place to find long hair.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
there's definitely
You're right.
you're off the grid types.
Yeah.
Or even just wild, the wild spirited, the free spirited.
Yeah. They feel less nefarious to me generally.
The free spirited,
Because real neo-Nazis seem to, according to TV, shave their heads mostly.
Yeah.
But if you're like a motorcycle dude and you got long hair,
Right. So like
you
a
seem
long
like
hair,
you might be misguided but chill.
this. I think this is a great place to take this. Let's think of a bunch of haircuts, and we're gonna rate them on whether or not, if you see that haircut, what are the chances of that person being a friend or a foe?
I don't know. We're getting into horribly dangerous territory. Because a lot of haircuts are based on just like culture. And so
Yeah,
so
you're
far we've been existing in in white people. You know, things that
our experience. Yeah.
And our experience of growing up in the Midwest.
Okay, that's a good call.
And if you get anywhere really outside of that thinking with this game,
yeah,
you really can't play the game because
we're gonna nix
I don't
that
know
one.
what I would say.
We're gonna nix that one.
It's all been in good fun so far, but
all right. So
if you see a guy with Preston's haircut, what do you, friend or foe?
I'd say friend.
Yeah, very, very good.
Nate, I like how your idea for a segment was just to profile people.
Yeah, we were,
you know, maybe
because we were walking
on a daily basis. Maybe it's not.
It felt like we were walking on that fence for a little bit of that game, and then
Right, and then
then Nate took the plunge.
I went like this. I took both of you, and I went. We won't do that one. All right, so we're gonna do the next one though, and the next one being.
I'm gonna look up most popular haircuts in each state.
Okay, I saw on TikTok. It was there. This lady, she's like a stylist. I think she's a men's stylist. And she was like, "These are gonna be the men's style trends of 2023."
What'd she say?
One of them was that fingernail painting, men painting their fingernails, is going to be a lot bigger. And she even showed like examples like people like doing like cool like designs on them and not like full
Right, 'cause
coverage.
that's what I see mostly men do, is just colors, and I like to do that too, but I pick and chew my nails way too much.
Yeah.
So I usually, when I try and do it, I just do my left hand so I can keep my right hand
available
ready
for chewing.
Available for chewing.
Yeah. You know, some people paint their nails so they don't chew them, but you say gotta keep them clean
I have
for access.
If I can't chew my fingernails,
No, true.
what am I gonna do?
Yeah. No, you start ticking.
I don't know what I'll do.
But because the thing is, like, for me, the idea of having painted fingernails is the same, like, mentality or, like, feeling of me being like, oh, I want to get a tattoo, right? You know, it's like me being courageous enough to,
They're
like, show
wildly
off.
different, like, commitment levels.
That's
but
true.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah.
true. But it's me presenting to the public my
Your hotness.
personality,
Yeah.
or like, just
Yeah, I
being
guess
more
so.
courageous with like being myself and being expressive.
Yeah.
And that's how I view both of them in my brain.
Well, and it's like, if you're doing that, if you're responding to this article, it's like, am I doing this because it's like, oh, I feel like finally able to do this, or
Right.
because I actually want to do this?
Right. I think there's a lot of people who like, I'll just continue what I say. So like, I feel like for me, I've wanted to be able to do this, but either I just don't fully like the commitment of all painted fingernails. Like it's a little bit too like out there for me, and I'm not like fully comfortable with that yet. I don't know why, but the like when they showed like the different like designs and stuff, it was more of a kind of like low profile, kind of like cool artistic thing.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Where in my mind,
It's like a bold statement, which is
it
not
could
why.
be, well, it could, it's, I feel for me, it's like less of a bold statement
Yeah.
than having full coverage, because now it's more artistic and less gender expression or stuff like, because it's all, fingernail painting is all fucking wrapped up into gender expression.
Well, yeah, and the language on that sort of thing is so evolutionary and like constantly changing.
Yeah.
That unless you're really like a scholar in that sort of thing, your focus is just on listening, sort of, and just like being receptive of different whatever, and like thinking about it in your own way. Because yeah, for me, it's like I don't think of everything in the same language as like common scholarly discourse on like gender expression and fluidity and stuff like that. I mean, I do for the most part, but like I don't know exactly what the consensus of online whatever is.
for fingernail
I don't, when I
painting
think
being
of, when I,
attached to...
yeah, or when I think of just like general personal expression of personality and stuff with fingernails, makeup, hair, clothes, whatever, like, I don't know. It is all constructed, and it feels like society is reconstructing all of what the things
definitely.
mean. They're reconstructing and they're reconfiguring and they're renegotiating what is like the norm, but I don't know. Feels like what I'd like to do is just kind of not have them be big deals at all, which I think is also what is like slowly happening.
No, I completely agree.
People can just have their fingernails be what they want.
Right, and I think that's the ideal situation.
Yeah, most, like, even in strongly significantly oppressive on the way that gender should look and work societies of the past, it's just like what the signals and signifiers of man or woman have been in history have looked wildly differently than they do in our idea of like the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Like that sort of strong thing.
Right.
In the late 1800s, like dresses and gowns didn't have the same sort of purposes and thinking. Like, I don't know.
And even
stuff like that.
And specific to American culture, too.
Hairstyles and stuff like old French culture would have like, certain hairstyles for men that just like, you don't think of it that way.
Yeah.
In modern terms of what we think are gender norms.
Right. No, I think it is interesting. Yeah.
I'm no expert, but I do really like thinking about this type of stuff.
I would say I did a fair amount of like this sort of like discourse and like like this topic like in college and talking about gender and that was actually like one of my favorite classes. We had a gender and sport class, and like a few of the different assignments were talking about like basically breaking down your identity into things that were gendered and like things that weren't gendered, and talking about like how that comes up and how that's constructed and stuff like that. But it's very interesting how, because of our recent past, things that just like outside of the lens that we're looking through don't have to be gendered, and like they don't have to be gendered, but it's just so normal for us to have them gendered. But
yeah, we definitely still grew up in, I think it's a big effect of like marketing and advertising effects on our brain is that like when you're a kid and you're watching Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or whatever, depending on the program that you were watching, the commercials that you would get and the associations that you would have and the kids that you would see in the particular commercials and what they seemed like and what
color
the colors that Lego Friends, or versus Lego Indiana Jones,
Rock Miners
versus Power Miners.
Power Miners
were so sick,
so good.
Versus like Lego City, which is not, or stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. Very strange. Do you think before marketing and like widespread communication, you think school kids have always done the you look like a girl, or why does she dress like a boy?
I have no idea. I don't know. I wasn't a kid then. It seems like maybe. It definitely seems like probably with the way older generation people act. It seems like it it seems like they must have definitely had some kind of experience
Right.
with that.
I'm trying to think. So, like, does that come from books then? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud now.
There's also like if we're talking like just kids, like if you're trying to bully someone and there's someone that you know has an insecurity, that is more. I don't want to say that's more likely to like them presenting however they want is more going to be against the grain of what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
So it's an easy thing to pick out and pick on someone for. Not that it's like maliciously programmed into us or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Oh, yeah,
it
for
being
sure.
something that's different is something
Right.
easy to single someone out on and make them an outcast.
Gotcha. Yeah. Not true.
Yeah. And I don't think that's new.
No.
No.
Not at all.
Bullying exists
Bullying is
forever.
not new.
The newest thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear the most haircutted cuts
Oh yeah,
in the
let's go back to
States?
cuts.
So, what Patrick was talking about is the undercut. It's a style called the undercut. It's the most popular cut. It's most popular in 6 out of 50 states. Most of those states being white. But guess what the second most cutted cut is?
Middle part.
Just a fade.
It's a mullet. In 4
Really?
states, the most Google masculine haircut is a mullet.
Oh, so it's not the second most in America. It has the second most states where it is the most common.
Yes.
Okay, and what are those states?
Oklahoma,
Yeah.
Washington State, Montana,
Yeah.
and where's the 4th one? I can't find the 4th one. North
That's interesting.
Dakota.
That's such a smattering. Washington State is like Seattle is so
Right. So there's
Liberal.
different types of mullets.
yeah. Montana is like the libertarianist state. North Dakota is like,
New Hampshire as well.
Interesting.
well, there you go. That's all over the map.
God. That's so. This is like
That's
how like
fascinating.
the animal goes to different like climates and like changes color because of its evolution, and like it's not all
The
like
mullet.
they're all mullet, but they're not all the same type of mullet. You know,
Right.
different
a Montana
styles.
and North Dakota mullet is a
Not
lot
the
different
same.
than
It's
a
going to be
New
different
Hampshire,
than the
Not-
New Hampshire mullet. for
Yeah.
sure.
Washington mullet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I don't think I could ever pull off a mullet.
I have no idea.
I
We'll
don't
see.
think I have the physical proportions to do so. I think it would
What's wrong?
It would elongate my neck further,
What's
further than
Oh.
how it is. Because the thing is, I've realized that
maybe?
my proportions look better when my hair has a little bit of width, and if there's no width, it
Yeah, the mullet
accentuates
gets
the
rid
length
of
of
the
my
width.
neck, and
Yeah.
so I just look like a beanstalk. And the mullet just adds to the fucking straight up and down profile.
Right.
Not enough.
Well, it should work for me. I don't know.
I feel you have great proportions for a mullet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't
Great
know.
chin, good
Noth-
cheekbones,
Nothing's forever.
good brow line.
It's true. Well, from a mullet, you can always go, all right, now take the back to where the sides are at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always, like, you don't
Then
like
you're
True.
good. And
Can
then
transform.
and then you can go home.
Yeah.
You can always go back home.
Right. You can say, all right, make me a mullet.
You can always go
And then you
from
see
mullet
it
to.
and you're like,
you
all
can
right, just
always
take
go
it up.
from mullet to normal.
Yeah, yeah.
Usually.
You
Right.
can't, but you can't go from buzz cut to mullet. That's not
No.
how it works. You gotta,
You can't let it back down. Once
No.
it's been taken up, you can't let it back down.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, we got to talk about James over there in the corner.
Oh my gosh.
I'll go get
Somebody
James.
go get him.
He's just sitting there
Our little brawn.
all smug like.
Go get our little brawn.
And I just want to take a bite out of him, see what his texture is
We can
like.
talk about.
Fighting this valuable merchandise.
What are some fun genres of loot box toy that don't exist. My parents got fucking what is it? What is this the show about the soccer team?
Oh,
The show about with the coach, mustache boy.
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
Lasso.
They were Ted Lasso mini Funkos.
Huh.
That they were like a randomized mini Funko Ted Lasso little pouches.
yeah.
And my parents went nuts for them.
Really?
They loved them. They got them for Christmas as a little stocking stuffer
Wow.
thingy.
Great.
They got them, and my aunt and uncle got them because they were talking about Ted Lasso.
Is that a good
somebody.
show?
I really liked it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I only watched the first season a while ago, and I haven't come back to it.
Did it just come out, or is like the new
No.
season that
It's like
just came out?
3, right?
Is there 3? I thought there was 2, but maybe there's another one out. I watched.
There's 2 or
2
3.
came out almost a year and a half ago.
I think there might be 3. Either way, I thought that was interesting that you can bring it to something that is like, I don't know. I feel like Ted Lasso is pretty much for everyone.
Yeah.
Everybody can enjoy that particular show, but like, I feel like they have that sort of thing for like Breaking Bad and stuff like that too.
Is Breaking Bad not?
Which
they don't have
Breaking Bad
Funkos?
is something that I watched when I was 14, 15. So like, that's not a kid. But what do you mean?
Do they have Breaking Bad Funkos?
Yeah, Breaking Bad Funkos. I don't know if they have like the little mystery.
the mystery ones.
The mystery boxes. You know the
Right.
mystery box toys? My sister
yeah,
loves the little Disney mystery box toys.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's just for little kids.
No.
That style of object. People love
Oh
little
my-
unboxings.
Oh my God, yeah.
You can do it for any IP, any property,
That's what.
or real men, real basketball men.
Right. True.
Like
Real
this
basketball
little guy
man.
here.
It's the whole betting mentality.
fun.
It's the whole right. Loot box, little roll the dice. You know, I could win big. I could win big.
Yeah. I don't think it's super harmful either.
No, okay. Anyway, yeah. So
I don't know. I don't
I
want to jump to
love
that
it.
sector of thinking, but like I don't think it's that.
Harmful.
No, I
It
don't
is
know.
fun.
It's fun.
No, it's true.
Could you
True.
could you develop a problem? Could you develop a problem when it comes to, Yu-Gi-Oh cards? I don't know. Probably.
Right. I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing with gambling. It's fun, but you could develop a problem.
I don't see a lot of people with Yu-Gi-Oh card problems.
They're out there.
Yu-Gi-Oh card pack unboxing problems where it's ruined their life. Does that happen?
I feel like it has to have happened.
Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, yes, probably. But these,
Hey,
have these
do
little?
you know
what are
how
these
much
called?
these are worth?
This is worth $4 more
Okay, so
than what it was bought for.
All
So
right,
you
so-
can't. It's not super lucrative.
okay, so Preston got this for me for my birthday, and it came in this pouch, in this ball,
In a sphere.
in a sphere, little sphere, and it was like, these are all the ones that you can get, blah 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 blah. And I opened it up and I got this one, and they were like, oh, I wonder, what
the rarity
is.
level, because there's
Right.
varying rarity
is
levels.
Is it a gold? Is it a silver? Is it a bronze? And this is the rarest one. And it was like 110, 112 to 1 chance of getting this one, and we got it. So then we looked it up. We're like, is this worth something? Is there a cult following?
Maybe there will be in
And,
a couple years.
Some person was asking $50 on eBay for this, or was selling theirs for $50.
Yeah. Not successfully, it seems, because we
No.
looked at the previously sold, and the highest one we could find was $17. So it's not bad
Cost
return.
$10. That's almost all your money back.
I feel like
Well,
that's
it's
where the
definitely all your
problem
money
comes in.
back. You're not quite doubling your money. You're definitely making your money back
Oh yeah.
with $7 additional.
As I did the math wrong.
It's okay.
What did you say?
And that's where the problem comes, like with cards or collectibles, is when you're doing it in order to try to sell it back. I feel like is where like it's like turns into gambling again.
Yeah. Like it's not an object.
Right.
It's just a.
You're not collecting them all to like make
it's a-
like a mural on your wall
Yeah.
just because you like them. You're
Right.
like, all right, let's open the bag.
Right.
3 to the back.
Yeah. Like you don't play Magic the Gathering anymore. You played Magic the Gathering when you were a kid, and now you want just the big money cards or
Right.
something.
Yeah. My girlfriend's brother collects Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
And he got for Christmas, I think he got like 2 like of those, you know, like the big packs. And then he got a full Costco like jumbo pack with like 6 of these large size. I don't know if it was 6. It was like some crazy amount of cards. It just wild. Like the package was like this big.
Did he get anything that he was excited about?
I don't think he did. I think it was all
That's
duds.
insane.
But isn't that crazy? Like this dude, okay, the amount of cards he has is ridiculous. He has a binder. He's like very organized. Like I think he wants to be a bio major or something like that.
That is fun. That is kind of a fun
He
part
has
of it. Is
them perfectly organized. It's
organization.
probably like
if you're into that.
50, 60 pages, like of front and back, and like slotted in there.
And are
like,
those only the ones that he found worthwhile? And then he has a box of complete duds, mana cards.
That's possible.
Probably has a few
Probably
boxes
does.
of mana
Yeah.
cards
Oh, true. Yeah.
and trainer cards. And
I
stuff.
know that he definitely has duplicates of the non-mana cards, but I think he's like slid them into the same pocket when he gets double ups. But yeah, just like it. Yeah, and it's so satisfying that it's all perfectly organized.
Yeah.
And yeah.
By Pokédex number,
I
I assume.
don't remember.
That would be another level of.
Yeah, true.
I think that'd be the way that I would
Cool,
do
yeah.
it.
Be sweet.
Yeah. I think he gave me a Flareon that he opened on Christmas.
Very nice.
And he gave me a sleeve. Put it in.
Oh, very nice.
Downstairs. I was like, let's go. But yeah, it is a cool thing. Like I want to have something that I like collect, honestly. I don't know why, but I feel like
Yeah, I don't really have that right now either.
yeah. But
I used to be kind of like a sock person.
Sock collecting.
sock?
Yeah, like
Like
different
Dobby?
decorative
sorta?
socks.
Like
Funny.
sock.
Well, he's a
fun
one sock and go kind of guy.
That's true. He doesn't really collect them.
No, he just needs a sock.
Mm-hmm.
Collection of one. I don't know, I
Party
just
of
got a
one.
bunch of. I was always like, if you go somewhere and they have like a
That's the thing that you
fun,
get?
like traveling socks, then that's what you can bring back for me, and I'll be pleased.
Interesting.
If you go on a trip.
And that's a great thing too. They're like
Like-
$15 for
Right.
a nice pair of like graphic socks.
Yeah.
Right.
So nobody's spending big money
Exactly.
on some little
Nobody needs
trinket
to
that
worry-
you don't even know someone will use or like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like my mom likes getting Christmas ornaments.
Mm-hmm.
Going places.
Interesting.
And getting Christmas ornaments.
Hmm.
Because they're cute. So I think it's nice for people to have that sort of thing.
yeah.
Where it's like, it's a little bit of like, oh, that's your thing. You get, you collect glasses or shot
Mugs.
glasses. Mugs is a good one.
I
I'd
have
like
a-
to have a bigger mug
I
collection.
have a bit of a mug collection.
Yeah.
I used to actually yeah, that was the one thing that I used to look for. Like in high school, I was like, that was the thing I got.
Yeah.
Um,
And yeah, what I've realized is that I'm kind of done being sock
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
I'd rather have just like nice socks that are a color or like a little bit of a pattern, but aren't nutso.
more about its utility
And-
than
Comfy is
Comfy
good.
socks are good.
yeah.
So what's next?
Yeah,
What's next for you? What's next for me?
That's what I kind of wanted to
Henry,
pose.
do you have anything like that?
One thing that
When people think about what they're gonna get you as a gift, is there like
Oh,
a thing?
that's-
Is there like a thing that's like, well, you can always just get them this, you know?
that's one thing we should make a friends list, because that I hate Christmas time is so like anxiety inducing for me, because it's just like trying to figure out what to get them. It's never about
I have
like,
one sister
there's
who's
so much-
easy to shop for, and the other one is just impossible. And yeah, so
Yeah, it's tough. Like maybe I'm just a bad friend. Maybe
I doubt it.
But
I
it's
don't
just
know.
If you're fretting over it to any degree, then I think you're a good friend.
because I don't know. I want to make it special. I want to make it personal. I want to make like an inside joke sort of thing. And
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if we could just like, don't tell me what you want. Just give me interests.
Certain
here.
genres
Give
and
me genres,
interests of
yeah.
like, you're definitely going to be able to find something XYZ.
Yeah.
Like if somebody loves Mario for whatever reason,
Yeah.
there's
Right.
like a bunch of, or like Nintendo
Mhm.
shit.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Or you like yeah, I don't know.
I think we should just all have a book list of books that look interesting and we want to read, or would want to read, and just get each other books for every
I would like
occurrence.
that.
Because like I've looked, like you look for books for your friends and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Like,
and there's
will they be
also
interested in it.
books is such a good genre of thing where like it's hard for me to buy them for myself,
Yeah.
but I always want them.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big reader, but you know the thing I can do is look at pictures.
You like
And
photography
you know
books?
how movies get converted into book form.
Mm-hmm.
Pictures of the movies.
Like a little
On the
like
pages.
behind the scenes pictures with like.
So those are the
Oh,
things.
okay.
Those are the types.
I had
of
I had one of
and-
those for Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I like get me that, and like the type of book I want is the coffee table book that no one ever picks up. That's the type of book that I want in my possession.
I pick those up all the time.
Yeah.
If I don't want to be there, or
I don't want to talk to the people
I
that
don't
are
want to
there.
talk to anybody, you just pull out the.
Hey, you come to my house, you'll have a wonderful collection of
Nice
coffee
little-
books to read instead of talking to me
Yeah.
when I'm
Oh.
older. When I'm older and own
Sounds
a
good.
house.
Sounds good.
Well, we have coffee books here.
We just
I got a couple.
No.
I'm just not
This
putting. I'm not
table's-
going to put it on that
Yeah,
because
No,
No,
that's
there's
this isn't a.
and food.
I wouldn't call this a coffee table.
no. This is
It's a.
Anything goes table.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a life table. Table of life. Yeah. I feel like the other thing with like collections is I just like move so often in my current time of life, and I already hate moving so much. Like my PC is already hard enough like to move. I mean, I guess it is kind of big and like fragile, but I feel like the collection that is like close to my heart also falls under that category of just like making moving such a struggle.
Yeah.
It does. I guess
Weighed
it does.
down by your possessions.
Yeah, and just that it's like it's something that I really want to I care about and I want to keep nice. I don't know what the thing that I'm collecting is or the thing that I care about is, but I feel like that could be an added stressor to moving. I
Yeah.
don't know.
One thing that like is my pet peeve is I just end up with a box of just a bunch of little trinkets that have a meaning. I'm not going to display them all because I don't got space to have a row of like different trinkets and
Yeah.
bobs and bots, and they just
Yep.
end up in a cardboard box smashed together.
Yes.
And you go through them once a year, but then there's just a big ass box of shit that you have to move every time you move.
It's the box that you started when you went to college of your like little possessions, and it's slowly accumulated in size, and you're like,
Yeah.
when I have my own space that's in college or that's out of college, and like I have like, shelves, or I have like, something somewhere to display this.
Yeah.
Then I'll put it all there.
Yeah.
But it's like we're just holding on to it for however long until we get to that point in our lives, and it's
tough when your thing is something that can only really be displayed, even if it is cool. But if it's like a utility, like it's a utility item, but it has a lot of like decorative forms or different forms, hats or shoes.
I do like that better than just decorative stuff.
Whatever,
like
sunglasses,
a knife collection.
You have a sunglasses collection, stuff like that.
Knife collection,
even that
I could get into.
Yeah,
I could get into that. But like I would also like to display that, I think. Like in a very classy way.
Yeah, like hats, you can have a row of hats at the top of your wall.
Right.
Or records, you can display those, or you can have them in your crate and whatever.
Yeah.
It's just making your little nest.
Right.
And I like to I like giving things. I don't know. Spreading your nest out a little bit. Like if I have a record and I like it, then I'll give it to he's not my brother, but he is, that guy, my good friend, my good little brother friend.
Sure.
Family friend guy.
Oh, okay.
So I just give things and we share things around, or me and my sister share sweaters mostly, or like that type of thing. That's a good way to have like a sort of collection. And if you want to be a sweater guy,
so like you have
find somebody who wears the same size sweater as you, and you can just kind of have a big pot of sweaters.
So would you say that you like with this? Is this like a gift identity sort of thing? Like I have this one thing, and this is my thing that I give to other people? Or are you just saying like, oh, I think that this person would appreciate something that I also own?
Yeah, and it's not always like a hand-me-down, like, oh, I haven't worn this in 8 years.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
It's like, here's this thing that's mine, and I would love to give you unlimited access to it. It's like, why don't this little thing of mine can live at your house, because I think that you would like using it and doing it for a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Ooh,
It's a nice idea.
I have one that's kind of like a collection starting. I've gotten into like picking up little wall art pieces. Just here and there. Like I got that big ass mirror. Not really wall art, but it fits the wall art scheme. Like
definitely.
framed, like clean. Other than that,
I do, that's a great one, because I think like the thing that I don't think about is wall art, like wall.
You don't think about all.
Well, I do think about this.
You don't think about all this.
But like for me, like trying to like make my space nicer, I don't know what to put on my walls.
Yeah, you have to decorate your enclosure.
All I know is posters. All I've ever known is just like
unframed posters.
Unframed sticky tack posters.
Yeah.
And I want to figure out how to be more classy. Not saying the posters aren't classy.
I think done right, it's a slow accumulation type of thing.
Yeah.
You can't go to furniture store and say I need things to decorate my walls and come home with anything personal or good.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
that's true.
You find
But
something that you like.
come home with 5 things, and you like one and keep one, and over time swap out more things that you like and kind of fit the vibe better. And
Yeah.
Thing is though, I just thought about this. So Henry's moved into John's old room, and it's pretty compact. Henry is utilizing the space wonderfully.
So much better than John. Holy.
Wonderfully. And it has the vibe.
It's awesome.
And I think it's because of the things that you've brought into your room, but it's almost this old, like grandpa's den sort of, light a cigar, glass of bourbon, smoky candle, sort of warm vibe.
Do you own a pipe?
I don't own a pipe.
Like a long pipe? Well, you
Nope.
should.
And
feels
it's
like
just,
you should.
I think part of it is like it's because of the decorations that you've brought.
Yeah.
And I don't think that vibe can be achieved without doing that thing that you said, the organic collection of materials that over the years, as you've aged and as you've cycled things in and out and been like, yes, I care about this. No, I don't care about this. It's that like accumulation of things, and you have your vibe.
Yeah. We're describing just like a normal mindful life in very discrete terms right now. It's like, yeah, it's not a super effortful thing. I guess you sort of have to set an intention to like, if you see something that you like, you allow yourself to like get it, you know?
Yes.
That's kind of hard sometimes. Where instead of like, oh, I'm moving into a new place, I need to go to Home Goods and get a bunch of stuff. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go Tekin every once in a while and just see what speaks.
Right.
You know, and I might not really need a cutlery set right now, but I like this cutlery set, so I'm gonna get it because I want it.
Yeah.
But I think that like, I guess like what I'm trying to say is that people could like, you know, like, oh, I want to make, you know, I want it to be, you know, this den atmosphere, warm and piney, and
With a theme, with a very particular theme
in mind. And they're like, I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna get all the things that are necessary to make that exact thing.
Yeah.
And it would be so hollow. And somehow you've created this wonderfully organic like feeling in that room that could never be replicated by any sort of corporate entity trying to push a theme or a vibe.
Well, now we know Henry could do it.
Okay, well,
we'll
make that. We'll do the challenge.
If you gave me a chunk of change, I could go out to a bunch of different places.
Maybe that's your calling.
And just like pick out little tidbits. You got
that's a real job.
That is a real job.
Because I kept the colors all the same. Futon's light brown. It's got the wood TV stand.
You can have an aesthetic. You can still have an
black.
aesthetic and a theme to yourself, to your organic.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't need to.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, that's
But,
what
like,
you've done.
Yeah, but like it's all like very thought processed.
Yeah.
At the same time, like I've picked out all things that are the same color.
But it's not like you went to a store.
You didn't do it all in a weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't do it all in the weekend, but everything that was in there that's like new was like in a pile at the old house. Like I'd never put it up. That was just like
right. No, this is what we're saying though. It's like all the things that you accumulate, and then you're like, I finally have my space.
The way that you set it up is very. The way that you set it up in your current space is very methodical and articulated. But the pile that you're drawing from, you didn't go and get that in a week, in a mission.
I want to say that I could though.
Like
because I got it accumulated, but
if you know where to go,
in Benson, and there's not like a lot of stuff that comes through.
Oh, sure.
Like if I went around here in the cities, I could definitely pick up a lot of pieces with the same vibe and do the same, at least with the pictures.
Okay.
Right. Because there's not a lot of personal
I have
connection.
a lot of other little trinkets that are like, here's the Lord of the Rings book set that I got a long time ago, and like little Hot Wheels car. But
you can't replace those.
And I think that's
because even if you got the exact same Hot Wheels car, it's not that one.
Right.
You know.
Right. I think that might be what gives the vibe that at least I feel is it's just the tiny little, it's the pieces of sentimental objects.
Bits and bobs.
Yeah. That you're like, they have no, like, there is a definite aesthetic, but there is very much a randomness to the objects, but also like it's connected, but it's also
that you can learn a lot about a person by looking through their living space.
It's Henry Dammeyer's space.
You go into Cole's room, you learn some things. You go into
objects.
Henry's room, you learn some other things.
Yeah.
It also feels really like mysterious and like woodsy because it's
so good.
It's always low light in there.
Yeah.
It's never like bright lights or like the light
exactly.
the ceiling light is on. It's like warm, neutral, like really low.
Yeah.
All the time.
As it should be.
I need to figure out a better lighting solution to my room, because I just have an exposed bulb with no
Yeah, I think you would do well with LED
Diffuser.
something.
And I do have LED strip that I got for Christmas. I got to do something with that. But yeah,
You of all people, I think you know a lot about lighting
think.
yourself.
You know, I know a
But-
lot about light. I'm just, I don't know.
You don't care about yourself enough to
Yeah,
decorate your enclosure
that's
well.
really what it
You
is.
spend a lot of time in there.
I do.
That's where you sleep.
Usually I just turn off the lights.
When you sleep?
No, when I'm just
darkness.
on my computer.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have my desk lamp, and that's like a nice little backsplash of lighting on the.
And that's perfect. Then don't
and that's,
turn on your
and that's
ceiling
all
light.
I can see, so that's all that matters.
That's what I do. At my place, I have a sunset lamp that just.
I also have one of those.
You have one of those?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you complaining about? Those are nice.
What do you mean?
It's like soft orange light that you just sort of shine at the wall. It's great.
Well, wait.
You have one?
Wait,
of
you
those?
have
What
the
do you
one
have?
with like the lens that like shoots through
It's
and that, or is it
It's
just
a
like
spot.
a big?
It's a spotlight of like yellow orange gradient
Oh, okay. So
that you shine at the wall, and it sort of
that's a lot cooler than what I have.
reflects, diffuses into the room
Dang, I want to do that.
like an orange.
Just get a lamp.
baked in
Just get a
sunset.
floor lamp like I have.
Yeah.
Just a
I
little-
don't know if I have space. I don't know if I have floor space.
Oh, come on.
You got
If Henry
two
can do it,
corners, you got somewhere.
if Henry can do
I don't.
it,
I literally. Oh, I do have a lamp. I have a lamp.
okay.
So I have one lamp. I have the wrong type of bulb though, because it's like
When I-
white.
When I house sat for my uncles, did you ever get to go there? No, you didn't. You would have loved that.
You would have loved that.
My uncle's house.
Never.
That was great.
Never
It's
been.
great. I might be back there in a few months, but they had a book on feng shui and on one of the coffee tables, and I read it.
What is
So
feng shui?
it's how you set up just like the furniture of your
Oh.
room. Like it's not only concerned with like the major players of furniture, your couches and chairs and beds and
Mm-hmm.
things like that, but like that's the main idea of like how you arrange those things
Mm-hmm.
for you to just like feel safe and secure and normal in your space.
Right.
You know, you don't want your head super close and kitty corner with the door.
Mm-hmm.
And certain things that you can do to make it feel like intimate in the ways that you want and open in the ways that you want.
Right.
It's pretty cool. I really like thinking about spaces in those
Yeah.
terms. I don't know that much about it, but I think it's really fun.
I feel like I'm very bad at that.
Eric
Good.
is pretty good at intuitively doing that. He loves when we were getting ready for our freshman year room. He had all these. He got a notebook out and he had all the possible configurations of what our beds and desks and futon could do in the space.
That's
he just like copied
amazing.
the shape over and over and was doing it.
Oh,
it
me
was
and Jonas did that
super fun.
before we moved into Sorry. We were at the pool. We looked up the dimensions of the room. We looked up how long a twin XL is,
Yeah.
and how wide the desks are, and we cut out little to scale shapes.
Yeah,
awesome.
We're, like,
that's
sliding
what.
them around.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Gosh.
Anyways,
I think I should have. I want you to style my room. Actually, I also want you involved with
I
style.
want you to style your room.
I don't know. I'm gonna give you vibes. I'm gonna give you feelings. I'll give you ideas for color palette. I'll give you ideas for materials. But I want
Okay.
you guys. I'll pay you.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
And I want you to style my room so
You know-
that I can feel happy for once.
I think your bed
That's
is in a
what's on the
fine
table.
place in your room.
The bed.
Yeah.
I'm not super concerned about locations of things.
I'll just wait
Yeah.
until you're gone for like the weekend and just.
Oh my god, it's like
Just-
extreme
That'd be kind of
extreme
fun.
different.
makeover home edition.
That'd be
leave for the
awesome.
week.
Yeah.
I would be. The thing I feel like is tough is my desk has like a different vibe than I maybe would want for the rest of my stuff,
Yeah.
because my desk is very like black, stark, techy, which I think could work fine
Yeah.
with other stuff. But Anyway, we'll talk about this later.
It's all
On
part.
our
Well,
own.
it's like
After hours.
Oh, true. We
True,
do have.
we have a-
another half an hour after hours.
I just want to keep talking about
This.
this stuff.
All right,
I
we'll
don't
do
know.
that.
Anyways,
Cool.
thanks for
Well,
listening to Nate's birthday.
Yep.
Birthday decorating.
This was my entire birthday summed up into one podcast, and you got to experience it. So you're welcome.
Thanks for listening to the LooneyBin Birthday Mindfulness Hour.
Yeah.
And it was nice.
It was nice.
He's mindful. Yes. Thanks. Thanks so much. Yeah. Follow us on socials. We got Instagram. We got TikTok. We got YouTube, which is where you're watching this right now. Make sure to subscribe. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed,
That's crazy.
that's actually crazy.
That's crazy.
That's what rat-brained individuals do.
Then you're crazy.
That's what like if you lived under the floorboards of our house, like if you're not subscribed, that's like where you choose to live. Like the same sort of mentality exists in those animals.
In the walls.
Yeah, well, but
Anyway,
but
if you
it's okay. We forgive you.
right, let's
Just
guilt
sub-
trip.
Just subscribe.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Getting the views. We've just hit 10,000 views, so thank you very much on the channel. Yeah, we're almost at 100 subscribers. You could be the 100th subscriber. It's within reason.
Cole's foot picks get released.
Yeah, at 100 subscribers.
At 100
So, but yeah. Anyway, stay for after hours in about 5 minutes. If you're watching this on YouTube, you won't be able to watch after hours unless you watch the live show at Tuesday 7:30 every week. So anyway, stay tuned, and we'll see you in a hot sec.